And call the Senate to order. Sergeant Arms will please secure the chamber doors. Members will please take your seats. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. President.
All right, Senators, we are very pleased to have one of my guests and one of my district pastors who's just an amazing community leader and has been doing remarkable work. Also is childhood friends with the senator from District 6. Here with Pastor Billy Humphrey on this Wednesday, March 19th. He's from Pathway Church of God, the City of Refuge in Brooklyn, Maryland. Please rise for the invocation.
We gather in this chamber today entrusted with the responsibility of serving the people of Maryland. And we humbly ask for your guidance as we seek for your good steward, that we be good stewards of the resources, opportunities, and trusted places in our hands. Grant us wisdom and courage to make the difficult decisions that lie before us for the greater good of all Marylanders. In moments of challenge, give us strength. In times of division, grant us unity. And in the face of uncertainty, bless us with clarity and purpose. Crossover day is behind us and decision day is in front of us. So help us to make the right choices regarding the bills and budgets. And may our work today and always lay the foundation for a stronger, more just, and more prosperous Maryland. And may we lead with integrity, serve with compassion, and remain even mindful of those who depend on our leadership. We pray hope rise in Maryland, and let it begin and continue in this meeting today. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. That's Pastor has been one of the kind of prime examples of what it means to turn faith community into action and really just uplift communities, and the work that he's done in Brooklyn has just been truly remarkable. And so if there's no objections, I'd like to journalize the Reverend's wonderful remarks this morning to get us started on the right foot. All right. Has everyone recorded their presence today? We're missing a few. All right. The clerk will take the call. With 39 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is again back in session. We have a number of resolutions today, so let's begin. Senator from the 45th District. Some guests joining us. This is a big day for East Baltimore. I think we've got everyone. Sir, may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I get the honor at this time to bring in some young women that I'm super proud of, but they are the young women from the Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. I think we got a couple alumni up in this room right now. But I just rise because of their incredible achievements that they've done with JV at this point in time. I thought that it was your third time winning the championship. I was told by Coach Peace that it's your 7th time winning the championship, so definitely very, very impressive. And colleagues, for those that want a little bit of a lesson on Poly, it was started in 1883 as an all-boys school. They did not integrate into a girls' school until girls and boys until 1974. And I'm just so proud of these first female students, Poly's young women that have made their mark both in the classroom and on the court, providing themselves as some of Baltimore's top performing students and top performing athletes. Y'all see I said students first though. And if I can, Mr. President, I'd like to read their names.
Please.
So junior varsity, Madison Chambers, Ariana Johnson, Monye Leach, Najee Mills, Danielle Mpoko, Audrey Myers, Casey Parker, Helena Powell, Soraya Shakur, Mackenzie Shea, Jameer Wallace, Sydney Watkins, and Judea Wright. I just want to say to these young women, let me be clear, young women, that my message to you all is that this is more than basketball. I'm sure that from Coach Jay, you all learned a great point in life. And what we learn in those moments while we're playing basketball, we learn that the only competition that you have is yourself. That this is more importantly a mental game, not a physical game. And then also, I just like to remind y'all that it's not about the losses, and y'all show Western that. Y'all show Western that it's not about the losses from regular season, but it's the lessons that you learn from the losses, the improvements that you make from those losses. And Coach Jay, my message to you is, as I grow older, I've realized that one of the most important professions that one can have is a teacher or a coach. So I say thank you for just pouring into these young women each and every day, those 2-3 hour practices, and just guiding them and helping them to get through life's path. Y'all keep y'all foot on their neck, but more importantly, while you're doing that, continue your road to greatness. Colleagues, if we can read the resolution.
Clerk will read the resolution in full.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Polytechnic Institute girls junior varsity basketball team. In recognition of winning the Baltimore City Championship, we applaud your outstanding season and wish you many more. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this 19th day of March, 2025.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, did we get everyone? All right, the clerk will take the call. To the young women of the Poly Girls Junior Varsity Basketball Team, congratulations on your amazing and winning season this year. Congratulations.
Mr. President, if
Oh,
I
yes.
may, point
Recognized
of
Senator
personal
from the 43rd.
privilege. I am honored to be a member of the Poly family, and that my son Ezra K graduated there in 21. So I just wanted to extend my happiness and honor to Poly. I think that's. Oh, go Poly. Go Poly. I also have a son that goes to that other high school, but we'll just we'll just focus on the Poly women. Thank you so much, all.
Recognized Senator from the 44th District.
Thank you very much. As a proud alumni of Poly, it's always a pleasure to see you all down here, but what I wanted to mention also was that this particular institution was the first school in the state of Maryland to desegregate prior to Brown versus Board, and they did so at much of the urging of Thurgood Marshall and many of folk in Baltimore City. So just a tidbit in history.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Well, wonderful. Congratulations. We're so pleased that you all could join us today, and keep up the great work on the court and in the classroom. Yeah. All right. We have another group here. We are going back to the senator from the 45th District. Oh, whoops, give us one moment, we're almost there. There we go.
All right, y'all, get a second bite at the apple. So y'all can see that they don't do it once, but they do it twice, not just with JV, but also with varsity, y'all. Colleagues, I just rise today at this special moment in reference to these young women that were able to achieve the city championship throughout the city from that standpoint. Young women, I just say to you all that obviously you all are great. You know that. I'm going to repeat some of the stuff that I said to JV, the many lessons that you all learned, that this game is not about basketball, it is more importantly about life. And the life lessons that you all were able to learn was that it is not just about being in competition, but the competition is clearly yourselves. You're in competition with yourselves, not anyone else. That this is not a physical game, but I'm sure that you all learned that this is a mental game. And that not only is this a mental game and to make sure that you're continually to think about yourselves, but more importantly, that losses are not losses. And you all learned that with Forest Park, that losses are not losses, they're lessons in reference to just getting better and getting across that finish line. So I say congratulations from that standpoint. And then Coach Peace. Coach Peace, you know, some of us say, I don't know Coach Peace, I know Kendall. But Coach Peace, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you, because Coach Peace, one of the things that I learned is that while we sit in here with a number of professions, in order to get to that profession, all of these young scholars, that they have to go through a teacher and they have to go through a coach. And you're doing that every day on the granular level. I'd also like to thank the administrator. the athletic administrator, Ms. Leah Golden. Ms. Golden, equally as important that you are investing and pouring into these young scholars in a surmountable position from that standpoint. And I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Colleagues, if you guys can bear with me, I would like to read the names of the young scholars from that standpoint. I want to just shout out Danara Tarver, Leah Crawford, Sanaya Robinson, Sydney Jones, Reagan McCray, Madison Stith, Alexis Smothers, Brianna Pope, Aaliyah Austin, Markiah Johnson, Darren Moore, London Elliott, Skylar Brown, Kashella McGuire. And colleagues, if I can, Mr. President, I like to say they didn't just do it once, they didn't just do it twice, but this is the third time that they've been champions, and I say congratulations and keep going. If you can read the resolution.
Senator, we will, but did you say there was a Reagan in this group? Is that what Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, excellent. Very good. Folks don't know this is the good senator's daughter, Reagan McCray, too. So, excellent. All right. The clerk will read the resolution in full.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Polytechnic Institute girls varsity basketball. In recognition of winning the Baltimore City Championship, we applaud your outstanding season and wish you many more. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this 19th day of March, 2025.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. To the young women of the Polytechnic Institute girls varsity basketball team, the Senate of Maryland unanimously celebrates your championship victory. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Keep up the great work on the court and in the classroom. Reagan, I'm sorry for embarrassing you. Blame me, not your dad. All right, very good, excellent. All right, we've got another resolution. We are going to call in the principals of each of the schools that are being recognized. We'll do it one by one. We'll have the clerk recognize each individual principal, and we'll vote on them as a group. But we are very, very thrilled to have the Blue Ribbon schools, and I'll say a little bit more once we have all of them out here.
Bells Mills Elementary School, Montgomery County. Bishop McNamara High School, Prince George's County. Chapel Hill Elementary School, Baltimore County. Immaculate Conception School, Baltimore County. Our Lady of Perpetual Help School, Howard County. St. John the Evangelist School, Anne Arundel County. St. Joseph School, Cockeysville, Baltimore County. St. Mary Elementary School, Anne Arundel County. Woodfield Elementary School, Montgomery County. And Worthington Elementary School, Howard County.
Excellent, Senators. These are superintendent's principals from our Blue Ribbon schools. We are blessed to have such incredible public schools, private schools, education atmosphere here in the state of Maryland that is just, we're so pleased to be able to recognize. These are in the top 15% statewide from observations, from test scores, from continuous work, from reports of school climate, and we are just so incredibly blessed to have this competitive advantage that is our Blue Ribbon school community. We're also joined by our state superintendent, Dr. Carrie Wright of the State Department of Education, Superintendent Miriam Rogers of the Baltimore County Public Schools, Archdiocese of Baltimore Chancellor of Education Gregory Farno, and unfortunately was not able to join us today, but want to make sure we recognize the Archdiocese of Washington Blue Ribbon School from Bishop McNamara, Superintendent Brannaman, who is ill today, but we want to make sure that we recognize them. So if we could, if the clerk could read the resolution in full.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to the Blue Ribbon Schools in recognition of having the great honor of being named a 2024 Blue Ribbon School for your excellence in academic achievement and commitment to student success. Congratulations. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this 19th day of March, 2025.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. To the wonderful school leaders, the Senate of Maryland unanimously celebrates your Blue Ribbon School status and thanks you so much for your dedication to the young people and families of this state. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for your great work. Thank you, thank you. Excellent. All right. Good way to start the day. Yes, recognize the senator from Howard County.
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction. For an introduction, the doctor of the day today lives in District 13. She is Dr. Marie Busico. Did I get it? All right. And she's an internist in Ellicott City. If we could welcome her to the Senate.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your work. I recognize the senator from Prince George's.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. Today, in the balcony, we have over 30 Prince George's County Public School students here for PGCPS Advocacy Day. The theme of their Advocacy Day is Building the Future, Investing in School Construction. We thank the students, teachers, and organizers who made this day possible. To the students, let me be clear, your opinions matter. Your advocacy is important. Because of your dedication, we can advocate for the resources and investments that will result in improved learning environments, schools that are secure and equipped to support the achievement of all kids. The work you have done leading up to today, raising awareness, speaking out, and advocating for your peers has had an impact, and I'd like to take a moment to thank and applaud each and every one of you. Your advocacy is making a difference. Thank you again for your dedication and for being here today. Let's give them a warm Senate welcome. PGCPS students, volunteers, and staff.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining us, and hopefully you get to see some democracy in action as you visit today. Very good. Thank you all. Thank you. All right, Senator from the 45th.
Colleagues, I rise today just to recognize that today is United for Justice Advocacy Day, and the men and women in the gallery who work daily to garner more equitable outcomes for Marylanders. In the gallery, we have members of Out for Justice, Common Cause Maryland, Hope, Baltimore, Center for Urban Families, and Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. These organizations have made it their mission to increase access to expungements, reduce employment barriers, and support environmental justice, among other key issues. If we can recognize them, and I also just want to shout out, Mr. President, that the leader of Out for Justice at this moment, Trina Selden, has known me since I was a baby. So I just say thank you for your leadership from that standpoint. If we can give them a round of applause, colleagues.
Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. We appreciate their advocacy. All right, yes, Senator from Anne Arundel.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Colleagues, today with me on the floor, if you could please rise, is an intern in my office, Michael Mann. He is a senior chief petty officer in the U.S. Navy, 22 years active duty, retiring this year in just a few short months. He's originally from Denton and Caroline County. He's actually doing what's called a Skill Bridge program with my office. It's a really great program that the Department of Defense offers service members who are transitioning out of active duty service. They get 180 days in order to get civilian experience and across many different industries. He's been a wonderful addition to my office. If you could just give him a round of applause. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your work. We appreciate your service. Thank you. Yes, recognize the senator from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to introduce my shadow today, Riley Janeway. She is a nonprofit professional working in an organization called Emma's Torch. They give culinary skills to refugees and asylees to offer them career training. Many of you have heard of Sunflower Bakery, which offers those with disabilities that kind of career training. But this is located in DC. She's from Vermont and has worked in a bunch of political campaigns, and she's just eager to learn, and I'm looking forward to spending the day with her. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Excellent. Yes, recognized senator from the 12th District.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would like to welcome, we have some students from the Howard County Chinese School who are participating in part of a legislative internship program. They're in the rear gallery. Could ask them to just please stand up and have a warm Senate welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Great to see you all, and hope you enjoy your visit. All right, further introductions. Any further introductions? If not, so be considered the reading of the journal from the prior legislative day. We already have the desk clear. So generally, we probably would have done a pro forma today, but this week we scheduled a number of visitors to come to the floor. That's the case for tomorrow as well. We are going to do a pro forma on Friday, so keep that in mind because as we're dealing with House bills, they probably won't pop out until next week. So, yes, Senator from Montgomery County.
Yeah, one late introduction. We do have a group from Johns Hopkins University here in the House, so if they're here in the gallery, if they could stand up, I think they're going to come to Triple E and talk to see some of the action there. So,
excellent. Welcome
yes.
to the Johns Hopkins students. Welcome. All right. Other quick note, again, I mentioned this yesterday. If anybody sent me a message, my phone, good news, bad news, is supposed to come today. But if you've sent it, I haven't seen it because I don't have a phone right now. So hopefully it wasn't important. And we'll see. We'll see. Yes, the senator from the 44th.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Yesterday, our president wrote on his social media platform, he didn't win anything. I won for many reasons. An overwhelming mandate, but fighting illegal immigration may have been the #1 reason for this historic victory. I'm just doing what the voters wanted me to do. This judge, like many of the crooked judges I am forced to appear before, should be impeached. Chief Justice John Roberts rejected the calls for impeaching judges yesterday, shortly after President Trump demanded the removal of one who ruled against his deportation plans. The Chief Justice stated, "For more than 2 centuries, it has been established that impeachment is not an appropriate response to disagreement concerning a judicial decision. The normal appellate review process exists for that purpose." Now, who was the Chief Justice referencing? Being a student of history, I was curious. Who he was referencing was right there on the wall, our very own Samuel Chase. Chase was elected to the Maryland General Assembly in 1764 and served here for 20 years. It was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Chase was nominated to the Supreme Court of the United States on January 26, 1976 by President George Washington and confirmed by the Senate on January 27, 1976. In 1803, he became the only justice of the Supreme Court in history to be impeached, but the Senate refused to convict him, and the bill of impeachment was dismissed. On March 1st, 1805, the Senate acquitted Chase when none of the 8 articles of impeachment secured the votes of 2/3 of the members as was required for conviction. Chase's impeachment helped to set the parameters of what kinds of conducts would warrant a judge's removal from the bench. I just felt, given such attention on what's happening at the federal level, and we had someone who used to serve right here in this body, I felt most appropriate to call some attention to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. I did not know that about Samuel Chase either. Interesting. Look, rule of law, it's fundamental bedrock to democracy. That's it. All right, let's see. Senator from Prince George's, President Pro Tem?
No, I just, the words were well received. I just want to make sure that they're journalized.
Without objection, we'll journalize the senator's remarks. Yes, certainly. All right, let's check in with timing. We have one more announcement at the end, but reflection at the end and honoring. But let's see if there are any other logistics announcements. Finance, Chair Finance.
not about finance. You want to hear that, though?
Sure.
Sorry, okay. So finance will meet at 1 o'clock today for a few bill hearings, and then tomorrow we'll vote on those bills. But I also want to remind, if I can do this now, the ladies of the Senate, there's a little event in my office at 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay, excellent. All right. Chair of Education, Energy, and the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have no bill hearings today, but when we're done here, if the committee could go to the committee room, we're going to do a very, very short voting session immediately after session, and then we'll be free for the afternoon. No bill hearings. Okay.
Excellent. Nothing in B&T. Judicial Proceedings?
Thank you, Mr. President. The Judicial Proceedings Committee will meet today at 1 p.m. for bill hearings.
1 p.m. Excellent.
Yeah, yes.
All right. Other standing committees? Select committees? Delegations? Caucuses? All right. If that is it, let's recognize the senator from District 8.
Thank you, Mr. President. Point of personal privilege.
Senator may proceed.
Thank you. Colleagues, today I stand in honor and remembrance of Jacoby Jones, a bright 4-year-old boy whose time with us was far too short, yet whose impact continues to resonate. Jacoby, his sister Peyton, and his mom, Primus Marcel, were victims of a domestic violence incident that took place in my district this past Christmas Eve. Ms. Marcel has shown incredible strength in the face of this tragedy, and to her I say, the Maryland Senate stands with you in your grief. I hope that Jacoby's story acts as a call to action to bring awareness to domestic violence in our state and to all families that have been impacted by it. Ms. Marcel, please know that Jacoby's memory will live on in the hearts of all Marylanders. And if anyone who got to learn about Jacoby's story, you will know that he loved dinosaurs. With that, Mr. President, I would ask that the Senate adjourn today in honor of Jacoby Jones.
Without objection, most certainly. Thank you for that reflection, and thank you for making that motion. And we grieve with you and are so sorry, so sorry for your loss. Thank you for being here with us today. All right. In honor of Jacoby Jones, let's do we'll do a quorum call first, please, Madam Clerk.
Mr. President?
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 41 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland remains in session, recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate of Maryland stand adjourned until Thursday, March 20th at 10 a.m., adjourning today in honor of Jacoby Jones.
Without objection, so ordered. Stay safe, everyone. See you later today.